The pressure isn't new to me.
I think it was a good wake-up call.
Do you think he might have used excessive force?
Why is this your favourite episode?
Best thing ever.
Personal?
Oh, stop that!
And then when I come back in and it just sounded completely off.
Them men are all on you for being positive, and you... I know you personally, so I know what your life has been like, and it was just good for you to put yourself in that real world and just say some like physical real world stuff. And I feel like them men operate in the rules where if in this lyric you didn't say some piece of grease, then you don't know anything about it, and that is just not the case. And then you have the grime element, and that's something that we don't see nowadays. For you to come right back, amazing. The tonality, that's another thing we don't see. Drill is supposed to sound like people are talking, and I think that is another reason why drill's so great. But the way you're moving on the symphony is a very grime thing, and it needs that. It needs a good presence and strong delivery. Every strong point you might have, or every question you have, is all in question at this point, and it answered all completely.
Ticked every box. I made sure I went last. On purpose.
Oh, you went last on the day.
Like I waited, and I never put myself forward. I waited because there were certain challenges where we could go in whatever order we like, and I made sure I went last because, in my opinion, I thought what I was rapping about, my delivery, my flows, the tone, the performance was better than every single person's there. So I wanted mine to go last, so that I went on a bang.
I remember the. Okay, it comes out on a Thursday, innit? But I remember that whole weekend when it came out. It kind of felt like you should be on the I Spy remix. Like it felt that big. It was that, these times, like it was a big shift. It was a crazy verse, and I still probably prefer what you did on that to a lot of the people on the I Spy remix. Really,
love my brother.
Bare stuff happened.
Yeah, man.
Good music. It just sounded like good music, that episode. Because sometimes you're completing the challenge and it's about rapping, but it's not about music sometimes. And this was everything.
Everything in it, real good. Jeez.
Graft.
Was there a gap in between this point?
Last man.
If everything that I've wrote and then matching it up with a live orchestra, it's just going to bring out the meaning, the message.
You've been away for a bit.
It's going to take it to a next level.
The COVID thing.
That's what it was about.
Just so positive. That's because I forced myself to think differently from my environment. Let me go straight in, miss that foreplay. Came a long way from bagging up bees and slanging up packs in the hallway. That life is sweet, same time cold. Mango sorbet. I was on road so much, couldn't even spend no time when I saw Bay. Mad thing, whizzing around and I want 2-5. Food them one, feed them right. Breakfast, lunch and dinner at night. You know me, I watch for the bright blue light. Things in suck like Santa Claus. You know, say police up, no remorse. You think this life is a game? Get locked up, see the last.
Not once have a rap up that, cause I don't wanna push or glamorize that. I'm different in fact. I talk about positive like this is why I'm sick with it.
Been there, done that, sold enough packs. Not trying to unglamorize that. I wanna show all the youths away from the road and trap. Walk away, then I come back. Been there, done that, same place. Don't wanna, I've been no chance. I wanna show these youths different routes away from the road and trap. I wanna show these
That's
youths
good energy,
different
bro.
routes away from
It's
the road and trap.
undeniable.
The environment you're in doesn't define you.
This bit you when you
Where
bring
you're
it
around
down.
doesn't define you. The negativity you're around doesn't define you. Let me be an example of that for you.
Yeah.
I spoke to her.
Yeah. I hear you. She jumped into the verse.
She was feeling
and then you jumped.
Yeah, man. Sick moment.
It was a great moment.
Sick moment. Iconic, man. Iconic, bro.
I was going to say I have a question for this, but I feel like you've already answered it. I was going to say, when you finally finished that performance, how did you feel?
I felt like I'd won.
Yeah.
I felt like within myself, I felt like I've won.
That's all.
But I never got complacent.
Yeah, of course. But that was like the ticking over.
That was like the.
I'm comfortable now. Like technically, I know I've won.
Icing on the cake.
Let me just still show my work.
Yeah.
Did the other contestants hear you perform this? Because Shogun's singing along to it.
He was my roomie. And sometimes for certain challenges, we'd all perform our bars to one another and gas each other up.
Okay, really?
Yeah, it was some good vibes in the penthouse at times, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I didn't see that coming. I can't imagine you spraying you as a Shogun. And then like YouTube's backing.
Yeah, in our room, in the room, innit?
Yeah.
Just practicing, just practicing.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's sick to hear though. 'Cause I didn't know that. That's
And it was good for like just memory retention.
Yeah.
Like when you just practicing to somebody else, it's like, alright, cool. This is gonna be Conan tomorrow.
It's a different thing, bro.
Yeah.
You can spit stuff by yourself so long, but when you got
someone watching you in your face, it's like, alright, cool.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
I fuck with how much Wretch fucks with this.
Yeah.
Even when the episode came out and he was yard on Insta, he was banging for this. Like,
yeah.
Do you know that info?
What do you mean?
Could you perform that on a set? A show?
Yeah. I got you, man. I got you.
Good idea, that.
Walk away.
With a live orchestra at the show.
Because that's the right energy still.
Yeah.
The orchestra master, she turns around and looks like she's really smiling.
Yeah, because she knew I battered it, man.
So everyone behind you loved it as well, like the orchestra.
Yeah. Never give me a round of applause when I finished, did it?
Nobody else got that?
Nah.
Yeah, everything was so strong about it, and I think this is what answered. I don't know what challenges did you do up until this point. I don't think any of them answered Conan's specific question. I think this is the one.
Yeah, the one previous to this episode was DW and JME.
Talking about positivity on that one, and then what did you do on the DW bit? I don't remember
the JME one. I was speaking about self-hatred and stuff to do with myself. That was a bit deeper.
But that was the positive challenge, and everyone's supposed to be positive. So you just shined because that's your bag anyway.
Yeah.
Then the DW one, what was that about? Supposed to be?
Our musical influences.
Just the way you tune in it.
Yeah, just did it on all them man that grew up on grime era. Kano.
Exactly, and he like, because Conan isn't that guy for grime like that. I reckon he'd have been like, cool, calm. But I feel like this was exactly his lane in it. Well, on his beat in it, so it had to be his lane. I think the Clash scared him in this. I feel like out of the two things that walking up to you, these two moments. Because he's just loving it.
Yeah.
Out of the rap into the yard thing, I was just like, this guy is just transforming consistently throughout the tune. Obviously, the message is positive as well, which is always a key. You know what I mean? Just your bravado and then walking off. Spinning, I thought he was finished again. Do you get what I'm saying? You weren't even. He ran up, he ran back. Well done, man. Well done.
Yeah, man. Big up, bro. Man. You come to be in the arena. You get me. You come for the top spot. I hear you. Say less.
Thank you. I feel like I deserve to be number one, and that's what I'm aiming for every week. Number one. That's all I aim for. Personal. Oh, stop that. And then when I come back in and it just sounded completely off.